And we're live.
Congrats.
So what are you doing right now?
Me, I am doing the seasonal activity. Trying to get a chess piece to drop, pinnacle chess piece, and testing out the strand build on a hunter. That I'm very inexperienced with strand on a hunter, so
Interesting. This this looks like this looks familiar. Are you on Earth?
what? Yeah, I'm on the EDZ right now.
Okay.
All right. Give me that well. Thank you, buddy.
Shit.
Let's pop a super well.
Go ahead. Obstructing my view here.
This did remind me that I probably change this. This has got to go, and I'll have to swap this to
Ooh.
artifact.
Now who are those playing with you?
Just straight up Randy's. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's a pinnacle drop. To complete these, I just need to do two more. So this one and then one more after.
What is a pinnacle drop exactly?
So the goal of the game currently is to increase your power, right? Every season. And pinnacles are the only way to get above or to get to the pinnacle cap. So like power cap is 1800. So you can do anything that gives powerful drops to get to 1800, and then to get to 1810, you have to do pinnacle stuff. So anything that's going to give you a pinnacle drop. So if I go into my map here and I hover over what I'm doing, you can see here complete missions in the Defiant Battlegrounds playlist. One of three. If I do three, it gives me a pinnacle drop.
Okay.
So that's the whole reason to do
And
this.
what's your power currently?
On this character, my overall is right now it's 1783 because I'm using underleveled stuff. These boots are underleveled. So it's 1783 plus the 21 from my artifact, which is just my XP, right? Like every, see, 2.2 million XP, I'll get another plus one, so I'll be plus 22 from the artifact. Um, but if I have all my maxed out stuff equipped, I'm actually 1809. I just need a chess piece, a pinnacle chess piece to drop from any pinnacle activity to get me to 1810.
Okay.
Yeah, my other two characters are done. It's just this one's not
And,
because I don't play it very often.
and what happens if you hit 1810? Wait,
That's
can
the
you hit
pinnacles
1810 without that?
without pinnacles.
No, without the whatever the piece is that's giving you the boost now. Because
Yeah,
you're
my overall. Well, yeah, if you look at my power now, my overall is 1804, because I'm seven. Because it's 20 plus me one from the artifact. So if I
right. So take
get,
away the
if I'm
artifact.
over, then I'm 1783.
Right. Okay, but can you hit that 18 cap
1810 with the artifact, yes.
without the artifact?
Without the artifact, no, that's pinnacles. I would need
Okay.
pinnacles
Okay.
to do
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha. So with artifact is 18. So you're almost
Yeah.
there though.
Yeah, I just need the chess piece to drop, and the hunter's done.
Word. Sick.
The benefit of being 1810 is once you actually achieve 1810, that means that even power drops will be 1810, and that will help you infuse other armor pieces to where you want them to be. So like right now, right, I have these pair of boots. Like if I hold L2, you can see my boots here are 1600.
Yeah.
Um, I can infuse, like, see these 1809. I could actually put these into this and make them 1809, but you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I am going to do that
Well, you're
before I
not
lock
using
it.
those purples, right?
I saved them because I was thinking about using them because they're for the raid and the raid. There's one specific raid mod that I like because I do the mechanic mainly with the people I play with. Um, but I don't. You only really need one armor piece to do that on, and I already have the cloak. And the cloak is arguably the easiest one to do that with. To just put a random raid mod on.
Interesting. Very cool.
Yeah. Rumor is that they're actually completely changing this power level system in the future. Um, Slowly but surely, they were making it an obsolete thing, anyways. No one likes the power grind. It's super boring and unfun, and you're left to randomness to get what you want. Like, I still need a chest piece. This pinnacle drop could be in any slot. It can be a weapon, like a primary, energy, heavy. It could be any armor slot. And so, if it's not a chest piece, it's a wasted pinnacle drop. And pinnacles and power drops are on a weekly lockout. So it's
So what are they planning on doing? Have they said anything? Any
so
kind of rumors at all?
the rumored leak is they're going to change it from a level 1 to 100 system, and you would get that through seasonal challenges and XP only. So seasonal challenges are things like if I go into this menu here, up here, week by week, there's a set of challenges that range from doing just activities in the game, um, and that plus XP would get you levels.
Interesting.
Because no one really
Okay.
wants to grind these
So
shitty
what
activities
happens when
that
you
are no.
hit level 100 then?
I
Is
honestly don't
that
know.
end
This is
game?
a leaked system, so we don't even know if it's real, and we don't even know if even if it is real, when it's coming.
Right. But if I would just be concerned that it would just fall into the same pattern that the current one's in. It would just be a different
Well,
number.
well, the current one's problem is that it's not fun to do, and no one wants it. Um, it's an arbitrary thing, and with this season, they made a lot of power level not even matter.
Interesting. Yeah,
Um,
that's wild.
because a lot of activities cap you under. The only thing that actually seemingly doesn't cap you under is normal mode raid. Like even this activity, I'm 5 levels under. Like it says I'm 1804 in my character screen, but the game is treating me as if I'm 5 levels under these enemies, which I think they're 1770.
Okay. So they would essentially be just taking away the gear score from everything.
Yeah, it's yeah. No one likes it. It serves no purpose, and yeah, it's stupid. The power grind is super boring, and like on top of that, they are also taking steps to reduce the current power grind. Like they started it a couple years ago at this point, where every season you had to do plus 50 power grind, which was 40 levels of power drops and then another 10 pinnacle. And that was every 3 months. And that was exhausting. I fucking hated that. And then they changed it to be you have your power grind with the expansion, right? I think it was we went from 1600 up to 1770, and then you had to do power drops from 1770 to 1800. And they made each subsequent season be just a pinnacle grind. So like right now, 1810 is the pinnacle. If they maintained that system next season, we would just have to get up to 1820 using pinnacle drops, and that's it. But next season, they're doing away with the power grind. There is no power increase next season. Don't know if that's a permanent thing, but it would follow suit to that
Huh.
uh, leak that they're eventually doing away with the power level.
So, do you expect the doing away with power level to come within this year?
I would expect it to be either the final season of the year or the expansion, next expansion.
Wow, okay, so really soon or just way later?
What's up?
Either
I
really
can't really
soon or
hear
way later.
you. I would say either later or even later. Like the
Okay.
final season of the year, I think is would be in December. Um, would start in December, and the next expansion would be March, February or March of 2024. So I don't think it's anytime soon. Like it's been leaked, right? But that's such an overhaul, huge overhaul, and they already have added with this expansion this whole system here, along with the commendation system, which is still bugged by the way. If I click this, it crashes my game. Um,
Nice. What I don't
and
really understand that accommodation system and why you started off at 6 and how you even get up there.
well, so the lower level, it's to guide new players. That's really the whole point of that system is for new players. Um,
So basically, I got gypped by being put in there at 6.
no, you've done all the stuff up to that point. Whenever I finish this boss, I'll look at it because I can't really do that while I'm playing.
I got you. I got you.
But the lower levels are like do a lost sector, which you and I have both done. Do a
Okay.
public event.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So all the
They
basic
did,
shit.
yeah. They're changing the like lost like the legend lost sector stuff to be higher levels because obviously you throw a brand new player in at level 6 who hasn't played in years. What the fuck is a legend lost sector? You know what I mean?
For sure.
Um, but yeah, we'll look at it in a
And
second.
what's your rank now?
Whenever I'm 9,
9. And the last rank is what?
11. Physically can't get to 10 yet until next week because you have to. I have to do grandmaster stuff. I have to achieve 250 thousand score in a grandmaster as well as complete a grandmaster, and they're not available to do until next week.
Okay, so wow, you are the highest you can get at the moment. So have
Yeah.
you run across anyone that was higher?
Then 9, no, because you can't do it.
Right. I was just wondering if maybe you see someone that was just like
I don't run
cheating.
across very many 9s. Like these guys are level 6s,
Oh,
right?
wow. Okay.
Um, yeah, there's a few people in my clan that are 9s, but I don't see 9s very often. Typically, it's 7s and 8s, or what I see the most of.
Okay. And then once you hit 10, you're gonna be like a unicorn. And then is 11 achievable right after 10, or is that another waiting period?
I have no idea. I don't know what the. I don't even know if they've been leaked. Um, so I'd have to. I have to wait till I'm 10 to even see what 11 is.
Oh, okay. Cool. That guy, dude, so big. He's just sitting there stomping. Kind of like an elephant almost in the way he stomped.
I get damage resistance when I pick up an orb too. I get that woven mail stuff. That like I glow green, right? And look how little damage I take when that's active. I'm just taking an absolute
Oh,
beating.
wow. All the, they just look like puppets or something when you do that.
Yeah, the strand's great.
You're turned into a puppet master. What is
Okay, so this
what is
build's
that
pretty
swan
nice.
dive that you do?
It's part of the strand kit for Hunter currently. It's one of my aspects. If I'm in the air and I press circle, I consume my class ability energy to do that instead of the roll that I have. Um, that's why I wanted to use this chest piece. It gives me 2 charges for that. Let me get from this guy. Do that. Let me just.
Well, what's got you doing hunter stuff today?
What's up?
What's got you doing hunter stuff today?
It's the only character I have left that needs to get a power increase.
Uh,
The other two are 1810.
well, damn.
Yeah, I don't play Hunter very often. So and see, oh never mind. That's just a regular armor.
Are you able to increase past 1810, like in previous seasons?
In previous seasons, there was no way to get that high. I mean,
Well, no, I mean just past the power cap with like whatever your season level was, or however it was. Because I remember like Zach was like super high level or something, was he? His light level, his power level.
yeah, the seasonal artifact pushes you higher. Like 1810, right? See, I'm 1809 plus 21
Okay, so that's
from
the
the
seasonal
artifact. So
artifact is what I was talking about.
yeah, yeah. See, it says plus 21 down here. If I hover over this, you can see that I get the blue power bonus.
Other than bragging rights, what does that actually do for you?
Well, it lets you over level things. See, that's the thing that's
Can you do?
changed
Can
with
you
this
be
season.
over leveled?
Oh yeah, you can. The only thing that's really you're gonna over level that's um, relevant is the raid. I actually think you can over level the legend lost sectors too. I'm pretty sure you can. Um, so for instance, see how this says recommended power 1830
Yeah.
for the legend difficulty. I am currently on power with that. So the whole point of what I'm doing here, which is saving bounties for literally the next season, is when the season starts, I just join a player because being in a fire team, where is it? Well, being in a fire team, I would gain the 32% bonus that they have as well. So it's called shared wisdom. So I would join them, pop bounties, and it would give me a bunch of levels right off the rip here for this, which is also increasing this, right? Because this has 2.2 million, right, for the next power level. That's because I'm already at 21 from that. Like once I hit that 2.2 million, then following level will be like 2.4 million. You know what I mean?
Jesus
It increases.
Christ. Oh,
And
wow.
I'm ranked 228. So
Is it- wow. Okay, so realistically, where do you see that level being by the end of your season?
at the end of this season,
Yep.
closer to 400.
Holy shit.
Like if I
What?
go, where is it? This one, yeah. So last season, season of the Seraph, I hit 430. That's the highest I've ever
Wow.
been. Right. The current season is 228. Before last season, season of Plunder, I hit 348. Um, season before that, I skipped most of. I only got to 34. The one before that was launched with Witch Queen. I got 257. Um, before that was season of Lost, which I only played 2 weeks of, and I got to 100 with that. So yeah, I uh, I save bounties though. I do this on every character, and you can carry 63 total quests, which includes bounties. So if I don't have anything in this slot here, which I have currently have 4 things of, I could fit 63 bounties completed over here on each character.
Oh my
Which
God.
these are worth 5k. The weeklies are, or no, they're 6k. Weeklies are 12k. So the weeklies are more important, but that's 12,000 XP. And of course, these give you XP. Like this right here is going to give me, I think that's 12k. Or no, I think the challenges are worth more. You'll see I'm 228, and I hit this instantly 229.
And what's your
Um,
method for getting them done? Do you just stack them up, like just get a bunch and then just go play the game, or do you pay attention to what
Pretty
you're doing?
much. I only start paying attention when I'm getting low on them. Like this now, I should probably pay attention to them. Like this wants me to use a sword, a glaive, a pulse rifle, void, and solar. So I could do um, uh, it's a pulse, so I could do a solar pulse with this weapon here that I put just pulled over. So it'll swap. There it is, solar pulse. I could put on the void sword, and that would actually get me this one, plus this one, and this one done. And then I would just need to do glaive after that. Just by using those two weapons, I'm getting one, two, three, four bounties done by using two weapons. These ones here require me to be on Neomuna to do. This I can probably do anywhere, but I get bonus completion while doing that activity I just did. And that once we use bows or snipers. And then these are typically hard to do or time consuming because these are for like transmog. It's for the transmog currency, right? Like, see, on my hunter I have 12. That means that I can go, let's say, go in this helmet here. Anything that's locked here, I can use one of that currency to unlock it, and it now becomes a cosmetic.
Oh
You know what I
shit.
mean?
That's sick. Now, do
So I
you
like to
have?
do those.
Wait, are these out in the nice? Are these out in the wild helmets, or are they just cosmetics?
Yes, they are. Any of the legendary armor in the game.
So do you
Actually,
have
it's
to
any of the
find them
armor
to
in
be
the
able
game.
to unlock them?
Yeah, once you find them, it's automatically applied here in this list um, forever. You don't have to keep the item; it's just here forever,
Okay.
listed once you've acquired. Um, so I've done that a few times. Like this helmet I have on currently was a legendary helmet from which you actually can't even get anymore. So like same with this one here,
It reminds me of
this one
Doctor
here,
Doom, the way you got it set up right now.
with the where's my helmet? Yeah, the green one.
Yeah,
I do green because Strand's green.
yeah, you straight up look like some Doctor Doom.
Um, but you want to look at these. So yeah, these lower levels, I can actually go in and see. To get to level one, you're level one automatically, and then level two, literally, complete the new light quest or Guardian Rises. Bam, that's done. Immediately on to three after that.
Wow.
And this is just do a patrol mission, complete a lost sector, and do that in on each of the early planets as well as the newest one. Do the new DLC mission. So these are actually super easy to get through. But like to get to 10, right? I'm on 9. To get to 10, I have to do complete a Grandmaster Nightfall, as well as get 230,000 score. And I also have to do a Grandmaster with a Darkness subclass, which is either going to be Strand or Stasis. Which I can do all that in one Nightfall, but Grandmasters are not available because they're only available next week, so April 11th. That's when I can do it.
When it says it opens April 11th, does that mean it opens permanently, or is it just coming for like an event?
It's open until the end of the season.
Okay,
Yeah, they time gate it for some reason.
that's kind of whack.
Which, since there's no power grind next season, they're actually going to be available earlier. I think week 4 they'll be available, as opposed to next week is week 7, I think.
They would do 7.
They would do 7. Um, yeah. I don't know why it brought me back here automatically. I still need to do another one. But let's bang out another. Is there something else I wanted to show you? Oh, yeah. You wanted to see. So, like, these are my hunter stuff, right? Like, this is that swan dive that I do. So I made a build. I want to be able to suspend all the time with strands. So the grenade does it, and then that slam does it, and then they feed into each other. So this makes the slam or the suspend last longer, and this actually gives me class ability energy for killing the suspended people. So I use my class ability to suspend them, and then I get a lot of it back for killing them. And this exotic gives me, it gives me two class ability charges. So I should theoretically be able to do it all the fucking time. That's the goal, at least.
That reminds me of the Needler.
What does?
That gun, no, it's got two elements coming out of the side of it. I saw you using
Oh,
that
this
the other
here?
day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from the current new raid. It's the exotic from that. I actually got it on my second clear. It's a double barrel shotgun.
No way.
Yeah. It shoots. Its first shot is ice. If there's an enemy here that's high enough health, I can show you. But it'll if I land most of the pellets from the ice one, it'll freeze them instantly. And if I land most of the pellets from the second barrel, it'll ignite them. Which ignite in this game is not set on fire; it makes them explode.
Hmm.
Um, it's really good. It's like a I really like it a lot for activities like this, and even some instances in the raid. It's very good for. Same with those legend lost sectors. Anything that has champions, this is really good for. Um, with the current expansion, let me just leave so I can actually talk about this a little bit. This little segment right here is brand new to this interface. So, previous seasons, the only way to do anti-champion stuff is this first column here of mods. Um, so we have unstoppable scout rifle. So if I aim down sights with a scout for a couple seconds, it'll proc an unstoppable shot. And if I shoot an unstoppable champion with they'll be stunned. Otherwise, that champion will never stop coming at you. They also have really high damage resistance when that's active. So you really want to stun them so they lose that damage resistance. And when they're stunned, they can't fight back. Same goes with the overload and the barrier. Why this is so good is unstoppable now. If I freeze and then shatter them, they're stunned. If I ignite them, they're stunned. And this does both of those things. On top of that, barrier, the way that a barrier works is if you do a little bit of damage to them, roughly like a third of their health, they'll stop what they're doing and try to put a bubble around them. If they do that, they regen health. Now, to stop that, you have to use an anti barrier weapon. But if you freeze them, they can't do anything. So this is actually going to help with barrier champions as well. They don't actually have the damage resistance an unstoppable champion does. So you can just freeze them and pull out like a rocket launcher and then kill them. So this is really good for any champion. Same with Strand. Suspending enemies like champions means they can't do anything. So Strand,
I've
ironically
seen you
enough,
do that. That's pretty sick.
yeah, it's really Strand is really good. Strand is really fucking good. Yeah, it's really good. I should probably put on Overload SMG while I'm here. The only one that's different is Overload. Overload is hard to proc its effects. Arc, or not really hard, but no one really uses Void Suppression. Um, and no one uses Stasis to slow typically. The first shot out of a chill clip weapon will slow, but typically most people use it because if you do two shots, they're frozen. But this first shot will stun and overload. Um, Same with Jolt, which is SMG I've showed you before. It jolts after a kill. So I guess actually I don't need to use Overload SMG. I'll keep it, fuck it, no matter. All the rest of these are like just mods that I like or that are really good. And yeah. And unlike previous seasons where you would have to slot in your seasonal mods here, these, whenever you activate them, they're just active. So if I go to this screen, you can see they're all active at all times. These four right here. because that's all that's really down here. Um, going to if I had something that could make fire sprites, this would be active, and if I had a void heavy on, this would be active. These just reduce energy cost for mods of that type. So like grenades, voids, and solar, they're all reduced. Um, See how this costs 3 energy, and this void one only costs 1, and the solar one only costs 1. That's because of this and this. They are reducing those costs. Same with anything that's grenade related, right? So like if I go here, this is typically it's 1 right now, but it's typically 3 like this one. But because of that artifact mod, it's reduced.
Hmm.
It sounds complicated and it's very overwhelming for someone who's not used to it, but this is it's pretty straightforward once you are used to it, to be honest with you. The only thing that took a minute to get used to, because it's new, was this whole system here, right? Like freezing and shattering and igniting to stun is it's new. Like I literally just discovered yesterday that the arc blind here, it says it there, that stuns unstoppables. I didn't even know that. So like a Titan shoulder charge on arc stuns unstoppables. I had no idea.
I'm assuming that's really good.
I mean, arc Titan is pretty solid. It's been hit with 2 really hard nerfs over the past 2 seasons because it was so strong, but it's still really good. And shoulder charge is fantastic because it blinds in a huge radius. So not only does it do good damage, but in like end game content where enemies fight back and they hurt really bad, to be able to blind a whole crowd of enemies is really nice. And now you can stun an unstoppable champion. That's also super nice.
I want to
Adam,
take a moment to recognize. Is, is that a hand
what's up?
cannon that you're holding?
No, that's the shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the double barrel shotty.
Jesus Christ, that just
It's huge, right?
yeah,
It's a big boy.
it's gnarly looking.
Yeah, you don't see the fire and ice effects in this menu, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this. It's pretty nice. Yeah, your character in this screen always holds in their hand the weapon in this slot. So I can change it to this, and it'll be that. Change it to that. You see?
Okay,
Got the grenade launcher. We got the shotty. I gotta take a shit though. I'll be right back.
nice. All right. Well, thanks for liking my stream, guys. That's been fun. Some good info out there.